Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
It's Dillon and Jesse, the Dillon and Jesse Show. We're excited to get back to it and present the wonderful things that are going on here in Houston, Texas.
Oh yeah, right.
How's everything been, Jesse? Anything new and exciting going on?
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Real estate, I know everyone says it's slow,
Yeah.
but we're killing it.
You're killing it? Good.
Yeah. I'm
Very
seeing
good.
you are too.
Yeah, life is good. I've had a good month, a little bit slower than normal, at least for this year, but November's looking really good.
That's awesome.
I can't complain, and the real estate market's doing well. We are seeing a transitioning market overall, I believe, and some sort of shift.
Okay.
The stock market's definitely taking its roller coaster ride in the last couple of weeks, so that's been really interesting.
Yeah.
And additionally, overall, I just feel like the growth of Houston is just bolstered and has really set itself up for the next generation, especially all the development projects that are really going on.
There are quite a few.
So that's super exciting. But today we got some exciting stuff that's going on, so I'm excited to present that to you. Of course, we're going to have our restaurant of the week. We're going to have a few articles around the Houston area that I would like to share with you. And of course, our top pick of the week, and that's going to be the Houston Texans.
Oh, the Houston Texans.
It's good news.
Very good. Finally.
Very good news.
A little bit of bad news, but
yes, very true.
mostly good news.
But we'll get to that in a few minutes. So our first news article today is actually here in Houston, a local developer, Tejas Land. They develop a lot of properties here in the Houston area, and they're actually opening up this wonderful new community called Crystal Lagoon down in Texas City area, close to Galveston.
Okay.
So that's super exciting. So a little bit about it. The Houston-based developer Land Tejas has announced the plans for a 12-acre man-made Crystal Lagoon, and it's a master plan community in Texas City area.
That's awesome.
The community is actually called Lago Mar, and it will be 6 times as big as the lagoon. And some features that will be there will be a hotel, waterfront properties, and additionally many restaurants, retail space, in addition to having condos and townhouses. And that construction is expected to happen soon. We don't have a necessarily date. The article just says soon, so I'm excited about that.
That's going to be a huge community.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see the diversity of communities popping up in Houston.
Yeah.
Whether it be up on the north side, in the Kingwood Spring areas, along Lake Houston, and eventually, of course, some stuff as you get closer to Kingwood, kind of closer to your family.
Yeah.
Neck of the woods.
Good old Splendor.
yes. And of course, too, with what's the park that's up there? That's
the Grand Texas.
Grand Texas, that's coming up too, and it's really unique. I was actually driving around up there a week or two ago before I was on vacation and visiting family, and like, man, the community out there, just at certain cross sections, you just see a lot of builders popping up out there.
Oh yeah.
So very interesting to see the development of that. We'll keep you posted as time goes on. One of our first articles of the week as well is what's happening in Houston in terms of what's selling fast and what's selling slow.
Perfect.
Do you have any guesses of what's selling slower?
I'm going to say selling slow is right here. I haven't seen much in the inner loop, but I've seen a ton, just in the suburbs, and just a ton flying off.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good news, and we're seeing a lot of communities that are seeing good times. The time frame on here, it's going to seem like it's high, but generally overall, it's a consensus that it's a good range. So currently, for the top 20 fastest selling communities in Houston, here's our list. We've got Copperfield. So that's here, close to the Loop.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, in between Beltway and the Loop, in the kind of Spring Branch area, right?
Yep.
So that one is actually 57 days, and that one's got the fastest days on market. It's got good affordable price range, more than likely in between 140 to the low 200s.
Okay.
So just depending on the neighborhood you're in over there within Copperfield. And of course you got Pearland, Jersey Village, Friendswood, Clear Lake, Eldridge North, Kingwood, Leak City, Northwest Houston, Garden Oaks, very, very close to here.
Very close.
Briar Grove Park and Walnut Bend. That's just along Beltway, along Memorial and the Bayou there, just south of City Center, which we'll actually get to today. Awesome. Some interesting news over there. Missouri City, I've sold a lot of properties down there, and that feels like everything is selling super fast. And then additionally, we have Spring and Klein, both of them. West University, a big price point.
Yeah.
So actually one of the richest neighborhoods here in the Houston area.
West U.
Yep. And then Champions area. Timber Grove and Lazy Brook, that's Inner Loop.
Yeah.
Energy Corridor, Briar Grove, Highland Village, and Midland, and then additionally Cypress North and South.
Wow.
So the range is 57 days to 116 days.
Yeah.
So I see this as good news when we're seeing the properties around 116, because more often than not, more than likely, some of those properties actually been on the market multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that they didn't sell the first time and then they came back to market, maybe with a different agent or with just a new listing. So that's encouraging to see that maybe properties that are sitting on the market are actually selling too as well. Since Harvey, of course, properties would get refurbished, and some of those properties that were not were on the market for a long time, we're just not getting the viewings or the showings. So I'd say that's relatively encouraging to see that the top selling communities within the price range of 50, within the days on market selling time frame of 57.
Energy corridor.
Exactly,
that's the one that
yeah. So that's all positive news. And unfortunately, the 5 slowest communities that are selling here in the Houston area is River Oaks, one of the wealthiest communities here in Houston, or at least the well-known areas here in Houston area. So Inner Loop, of course, close to downtown and the Galleria area. We have downtown, and then Tanglewood, Royden and Afton Oaks, and additionally Fulshire and South Brookshire, which is actually way out there.
Yeah, past Cypress, right?
Yeah. Well, Brookshire and Fulshire, that's going to be I-10 west.
Perfect.
West of 99.
Okay, got you.
So outside Grand Parkway. So we're seeing the market kind of shifting, and additionally, Brookshire's we're seeing, I guess, would be one of the first communities that are seeing lower demand for that area.
Sure.
So, and interesting to know, there's not a lot of Katy communities on here as well. So, but this is all good news for Houston in terms of properties are selling, and it's just a matter of where you're looking.
Exactly. Yeah.
Location's a big part of that. What we say is price, condition, location. That's what sells houses.
Yeah.
Very good. So one of our next articles is actually in relation to Houston and communities within Texas that are doing really well, that have good sales number. This article is actually from the Chronicle that has a little commentary, and then from the statistics are from the Texas Association of Realtors.
Awesome.
So it's here. So for the strong, let's see, home sales jump in Houston, and then Midland prices close to 300K. So Midland, not here in Houston, West Texas, oil and gas. So that's positive news. There's good correlation there with Houston and being very dependent on oil and gas. Of course, our economy is diversified over the last couple of years with medical and some manufacturing, and with our port expanding. Exactly. A lot of good news. So this is very encouraging, as this is a stepping stone where we can see growth here in the Houston area. So I'll share some of these facts. So for the strong third quarter, home sales in the Houston area put Texas on a path for another record year. According to the Texas Association of Realtors, single-family home sales in Houston region have rose 11.6%.
That's
so
awesome.
Houston homeowners are seeing a good appreciation in their home values, which is very good news. And of course, that the sales number goes to 24,000 in 28. Okay, and then there's only one other region, which was Dallas, that had better numbers. And their numbers here is 27,660. And additionally, sales. Yeah. So very good news there, that they had more sales volume there in Dallas. Hey, but we beat them in football.
We did beat them in football. Barely.
So very good. So very good news with the Houston area. And additionally, statewide prices rose by 4%, and additionally, the median price increased to $235,000.
So raised 4% in all of Texas?
Yes,
awesome.
The state of Texas. So that's very encouraging. And then additionally, a little bit about Midland. So the Midland is closing houses. The prices have increased to close to 300,000. So energy workers are flocking there, and they're seeing a 9.7% increase in prices, and they're around 790 units. Of course, smaller communities, not even close to Houston, but encouraging to see that people are going out there bolster the economy out there, and it's a good sign that it's one stone that it is evidence that it's coming to Houston.
Agreed. That's awesome.
So that's good news there. The only other community that was a little bit more was Odessa. So Odessa had 1.6 months of inventory, and then Midland's inventory was 1.8.
Awesome. And they're pretty close together too.
Yeah, they're very close together. So super positive news from that, and it's a good sign for Houston moving forward.
That'd be awesome.
And with many economists saying that there's going to be some sort of shift within the next 6 to 18 months, this is just positive news that it would be a quicker recovery if anything were to happen.
Yeah, that's awesome news.
So, very good. And let's see, we have, like I alluded to earlier, City Center. City Center welcomes 4 new tenants. And tenants include Wooten Box, Citibank, which is relocating into a new Houston area, which is actually in City Center, and that's expected to open next spring. Awesome. Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center is an upscale spa which will be opening its first location this winter there in City Center. And then the spa offers transformational and non-invasive services such as laser treatments, facial treatments, weight loss, and a variety of other things as well. Cool sculpting, body contouring, and hair restoration. I might need some of that.
Yeah, me too. Starting to lose it, man.
So those are all great signs of the commercial side of people finding value in the Houston economy, being that it's doing well and starting business. Yeah. Which is encouraging to see just the diversification of industry, especially on this list. And Anthony's Vice Nail Spa will launch its first Houston location by early next year. And of course, one of our local companies, Pomp and Circumstance, will be opening a location now until the end of the year. We'll see how they may do a little bit longer. So that's capitalizing awesome. On the holiday season and shoppers are going out and about.
Of course, that's awesome.
And they're actually a Rice Village-based company here. So very exciting. Some other things that I found interesting. So those are the 4 there. Okay. Citibank, Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center, Anthony Vice Nail Spa, and then Pomp Circumstance. Some other interesting ones that came in. Let's see, King Ranch Saddle Shop. I thought that was interesting. Hop Dottie Burger. I love their burgers.
Hop Dottie.
Very good beer selection, shakes.
Yeah.
Good craft burger. A little bit more expensive, but it gives you a little diversity and it's a good place. I like that. Twin Peppers. I haven't had them yet, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese restaurant here, I think in the Houston area. I don't know if it's nationwide.
Yeah, it might be here in the Houston area.
So, all good news. But speaking of those twin peppers, or pepper twins,
yeah.
You have any restaurants that you like? Restaurant of the week?
Restaurant of the week. Actually, man, yesterday I did a margarita taste-off.
Oh, yeah?
And hit up several Mexican restaurants to see who has the best margarita in the Heights area. And 8 Row Flint won.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The whiskey bar.
The whiskey bar, but they won. But Alma Latina was a close second. And that's actually my favorite Mexican restaurant of all times.
Yeah.
It's outstanding. It's right on the 22nd and Shepherd.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. Well, what about yourself?
I had Escalante's the other day.
Perfect.
I had it for the first time.
Okay.
And man, their food is good.
It's really good.
I had the location that's near the Galleria.
Okay.
Kind of near Boscat-ish.
Yeah.
So very good. Actually, no, it's more of the Ribeiro Shopping Center over there.
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very good. I really liked it. The food was awesome. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I'm pretty sure too, for Houston Restaurant Week, from what I remember looking over the list, they did do that. Yeah. So a very good company here in Houston that supports charitable organizations. So go check them out. Great food, great atmosphere. Depending on the time of day, it gets a little bit more busy during dinner time, but very good appetizers too as well.
Awesome.
Queso.
Oh,
awesome. Yeah. Can't beat it. Well, that's just queso in general. You just can't beat it.
No, you can't. Melted cheese? Done.
So, let's get into the topic of the week. Let's talk about our boys. We didn't have the good news a couple weeks or last week with the Astros, which is a heartbreaker. And I saw that picture of you.
Yeah, I had to wear a whole full Red Sox outfit because I lost the bet, and it was horrible. Burnt my skin. Still think I've got burnt skin.
Yeah. Well, I think we should do the Game of Thrones shame.
Yeah, agreed.
Shame walk with you and your Red Sox attire, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But hey, a bet's a bet.
Yeah.
You held your word to it, so very good. But Houston Texans are doing really well.
We started off horrible, but
yeah,
we come
they're
back
coming
kids.
around. Five game winning streak. They're 5-3.
Yeah.
So Deshaun Watson had a wonderful game. They beat the Miami Dolphins last night. Miami started off really good. I think was it 3-0 or 4-0?
Yeah. So they started off.
And they dropped the last 3, I think, or whatever. Yeah.
And now we're in first place in our division. What?
Yeah, Houston Texans 5-3. They beat the Miami Dolphins, making them 4-4.
Yeah.
Some interesting stats here. The game was 42-23. So, like I was watching the game, I stopped by a bar, Jake's, which is off of Chimney Rock, a good Philly steak place.
Okay.
If you've never been there, good Bladen area as well. And like I stopped in, I was like, meh, I don't know if I really want to watch the game. It's kind of close. It was like 3-10 at the time.
Okay.
But I ended up listening on the radio on my way back and then watching a little bit at home. And man, they got interesting.
It did.
They got interesting. Deshaun Watson lit it up. He's back to his original self.
Yeah.
Back to last year, back to his Clemson days. So, Deshaun Watson, he threw for 239 yards.
Jeez. What about DeAndre Hopkins? You got
Watkins, he did 100. Let's see, he did 82 yards. Actually, Fuller did more. And the unfortunate thing about that is he maybe potentially out with the year for a hamstring or
he has
Achilles,
ACL.
Yeah,
he's done.
So, but he got a touchdown. Deshaun Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins, he had 2 touchdowns. And then the tight end, Jordan Thomas, he had 2 touchdowns as well.
Yeah, they were awesome.
So that's super exciting to see a little bit more play within with spread across the field. Saw DeAndre Hopkins get a nice catch, but they called it back.
That was bad
for the push off. So, but it was an amazing catch.
Yeah.
So I think it's all because they Howard and him were going at it kind of this week.
Yeah.
The cornerback on social and saying that DeAndre Hopkins liked to push off, so they thought they'd call him for the most amazing catch ever.
That truly was.
So, some other highlighting news: J.J. Watt got a sack.
Yes.
Matthews, he had a sack.
Yeah.
And then let's see what else. And then they had an interception, of course.
Yeah.
So it was a good game.
Interception. Yeah, it was an awesome game.
Good game to watch, and I think JJ's up at the top, tied with Daniil Hunter. Aaron Donald and J.J. Watt are tied for the sack leaders for the NFL.
That's awesome.
So that's all good news. They're all at 8. So that's
awesome.
Houston Texans, man.
Let's do it.
It's exciting. Their schedule. I looked at
their
schedule for the rest of the year. It's like, man, that's really not too bad. They should shape up to be a good season. I don't feel like they have really tough teams left.
No, yeah. Too.
So they got most of their tough games out at the beginning of the year. I feel like the only tough games they ever left is maybe Chicago Bears with Khalil Mack and having a tougher defense, and who knows with Trubisky how he'll do. But consistently he's been doing well. Just the last couple of weeks he's kind of faltered. And additionally, the Eagles, Carson Wentz, he's getting into form, and unfortunately their defense isn't playing well at this time
at all.
So it'll be interesting to see how the Texans season shapes up. They've got a few more. They have all their division games left. They've played everyone once.
Yeah,
they're 2-2 for the division, to my knowledge, because they beat the Jaguars, they beat the Colts, and they lost to Titans, and no, that's them. So yeah, they've only lost to the Titans, so they're 2-1.
2-1
for the division. So that's all good news as well. But that's all we have for today.
That's it.
Life is going good in Houston. It was cold last week, cold and rainy.
And now it's perfect.
And now it's like perfect.
It's gorgeous.
70 degrees
Yeah.
weather. And I'm really liking it. I was up in Minnesota this past week and it was 30 degrees.
Finally thawed out.
I finally thawed out. When it was cooler and kind of rainy when I first got back on Tuesday, I was like, man, I don't know if I'll be able to thaw.
That's
And additionally, Man, we had 2 inches of snow when I was on vacation, visiting family up in Minnesota. So it's good to be back here in the Houston area. Good to see that Texans are doing well.
We're glad to have you back in Houston.
Amen.
Now get back to work.
I know, right? Christmas is coming around the corner. Did you earn your gift for this year? Very good. Well, thank you guys. Please leave us a comment, like down below. And if you have any advice you'd like to offer us, we'd love to hear it because we're always here to improve.
We are.
But that's all, folks. Y'all enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.
Talk to y'all later.